Hey, what's up, guys? So I've had it's John with National Sports Entertainment, and now I've actually had a chance to go into the games, so we can go into the later games. I so often I'll wake up in the middle of like a 1 o'clock game or a 12 o'clock game, I guess was in this case. So by the time I get my bearings, the game's almost over, and I just want to get out who I'm picking for the next one. So obviously, as I said, I had the Northern Illinois under. And then the other one pending is Oklahoma State. We picked that one last night. They're looking good right now. And I do like, as I said, the Yankees. We're going to, of course, wait for the Braves to final out. One that I really like here is, it's coming up, Washington and Rice. I like both of these games, and I'll tell you why. You know how much of a simp I am for the over-under spreads, all the 100%, 0%. Well, we have Rice and Washington both 100% on the over. It's why I picked North Illinois for the under. I'm not sure if it's hitting, right? But that's why I picked them. So on both of these games, we're just going to bet the under. We can do a second confirmation to do some public money looking to see where it's at. So what you can see in the Rice matchup, more is on the under. This Arizona-Washington one's a squash. The 53-47, they make so much that I don't really count that one. When it's anywhere within 8 to 10 points, I don't think they're going to care as much. When it's this many points, they might, unless they simply have FAU cover the spread, and they make their money back that way. So, or they give them the money line. But my point is I think FAU is going to take the money line, so they could probably go under here. So either way, we're going to stick with that strategy and go under on Washington, and we're going to go under on Rice. And as I've said before, these are both new sequences. Let's say, hypothetically, Tennessee doesn't cover that 7. They are to blow it not blow it, but they'll just say Alabama goes on a run. Well, if that's the case, then we can add to one of these. And you can see that's 72. The only thing I don't like about that is I feel like it's set so high that they're doing it to trap people. Let's do $20 with this one. Sometimes I'll see it over on. It's like in basketball. You'll see it at like 250, and you're like, "Oh my gosh!" Like the under has to hit, But it's probably because these people have hit overs all year. That's the reason I'm guessing that these overs are set so high, and I'm guessing it's gonna be pretty close. Okay, so Rice we got 55. That's more of a college over. So I know these aren't the flashiest games. This one will do to win 22.50. Actually, no, I'll do 25. I like this metric. I know these aren't the flashiest of games, but they are the highest percentage of winning. You don't want to pick just a pick. Sometimes I do that, and you can see it doesn't always work out. I mean, I always pick teams that I think will win, but if you're just picking and it's a pretty 50-50 one with pretty even money, and we're not using the metric that I love the most, the against the spread, over-unders, then I feel like we're just negating some chances. So we can see there's only North Illinois, who I already picked on the under. So we got all the unders covered. And then Georgia Tech already played. I guess they didn't cover the over again. On Colorado State's another one. They're right. Now, they've been so bad this year. I almost feel like maybe watching them to see what happens. But I have a feeling this one's going to go over too. So, Colorado State. I like the over, and I like these while they're available because again they don't stay available for long. And I'm doing 20 on this one because again, Colorado State's so bad I could see them just not being able to convert from the 1-inch line all game or something. So those are the ones that I do like. The first one doesn't start until 5:30, so we'll have some time. But it's basically all overs and unders. I like the unders on the first two, Washington and Rice. I like the over on Colorado State. And I went into it in another video, but I'll go into it again. I already chose Fresno State, simply because they have not won an overall year. I think they're in here. If not, I'll add them. No. And I mean, I can find them, but they're pretty far back. Let's see. I picked them when the line was good, and I mentioned it in one of the videos, but... So that's Oklahoma. Let's see. I put Fresno should be in here somewhere. I think this might be them at the bottom. That's Oklahoma State. Okay. I know they're in here somewhere. There's Rice, Utah. This might be... So we got Oklahoma State. I just want you guys to see them so you know exactly what I picked. You know what? Maybe I haven't bet them. Alright, well, I'll be betting Fresno then, because I do not see them in here. They're not at the bottom. They're not here. We don't have them here. And there's only 5 bets. They're not here. Alright, we're betting Fresno. I could have sworn I got them in at 8.5. But I'm not seeing them, so... And we only have... Yeah, we only have 5. So, alright, that's fine. Oh, wait a second. I was going to say, I thought I did bet Fresno. Okay. So here's some of our Sunday ones. I'm going to go into them tomorrow. I basically did a very shallow dive. Here's Fresno State. We got 8.5. They might have moved. But yeah, 27.50 to win 25. And if you want a preview, I can explain in greater detail. But there are a few teams that I like here for Sunday. I just think they make sense. Green Bay, San Francisco. Seems like traps to me. And then a couple upsets. I just wanted to show you guys Fresno. I was going to say, I'm almost positive I picked that game. I wouldn't have not. So they play at like 10 o'clock tonight. So we can play them all by ear. I just wanted you guys to see a couple games that I think we could take advantage of in Rice in the Washington game. Colorado State's going to be tougher, but you never know. And I do like Fresno State to come ahead at home here, getting a good bit of points, and improve to 1-5 on against the spread. So, as you know, I don't know the score. Maybe they're getting pelted by even more. If the Braves continue to fail us, that leg 3 will likely be on. It is on the Yankees unless I actually put out a video saying otherwise. So it will be on the Yankees. Again, that one I am fully prepared to go 4 legs because I do trust in my knowledge of at least knowing 2 and 3 different teams won't get swept, or not even swept, just bumped out unceremoniously. I could be wrong. You never know. I was wrong with the Mets. But, yeah, so I'm doing leg 3 on the Yankees. Maybe the Braves make a run, though. As last I checked, our college games were looking pretty good. I think next time I do this, we're going to do a live one. I think it'll work out nice. Let me know if you want me to. We can always just do that in the Discord, too. I missed Colorado. They were undefeated against the spread. Jack Plummer, I wonder if there's any relation to Jake. And they were, so they were getting 15, which they're probably going to cover. I hope they don't, because then we'll have them next week. And I missed them this week. So they're getting 15, which they'll probably cover, because even with a touchdown and a field goal, they cover that. Fresno I like, and then let's look at what's going on in our games now. I saw a back and forth to Tennessee. That was pretty obvious. That's why as much... Ooh, nice. I was going to say, as much as I liked Tennessee and Hendon Hooker, and people laughed at me last week because they said so much money was on Tennessee. And nobody really laughed at me, but they were just pointing out that they had a lot of money on them. This week it was the same thing. They had a lot of money on them. But Alabama always has a bullshit loss. And I feel like if they're going to give them a loss, you have to give it to Hendon Hooker. I was thinking about doing the money line, but I try and be very disciplined and stick with spreads. But as you can see, this guy is just unstoppable. So, of course, Bryce is injured. But look at Hendon over here. 5 for 6. 2 runs for 22 yards, a touchdown. And, of course, it's all fake. But I'm just saying, he still physically has to make those throws and stuff. That's why the NFL is going to love this man. That's why they're pushing him as the best quarterback since Peyton. And that's why, if they win, they'll have the most wins since when Peyton played on the team. We got TCU. All right, we were up 14-0, but it looks like we might take another lead here. So I think TCU had trap written all over it. Everybody saw Kansas and TCU go have a great game. You know, they feel like, oh man, they both really won that game. They looked at the other two teams, saw how they played, and made the decision off of that. This one, it looks like, I think this one we might miss, because I bet the under. Now, these can only slow down, of course. I bet the under on this one. We'll see what happens. But right now, this one is only a first sequence, but the over is looking pretty probable. And I think that's all we have open. We do have Georgia Southern. James Madison's a rough one to bet against, I'll tell you. But I seriously doubt these guys go 10-0 on the spread. So I'm okay taking fading them in a first sequence here. And here's our later game. So I kind of just wanted to, a little slower go into these games. I know my last one was like rushed. I really don't have a middle. It's either like rushed or takes forever. But I did want to go into all the games. And let's tie it second. And why I liked these teams. And then what we'll be doing in the next round if certain sequences don't cover. For example, if this East Michigan game goes over, then there's a very good chance I will just add, let's say, a little bit to the Rice game that we chose, the under. Or I'll just add it to Fresno State. It could be anybody, really, whoever we have the most confidence in. So it's not going to be Colorado State. But, yeah, that's really it. If you have any specific games coming up you really want information on, or just my opinion, let me know, and I'll definitely give you my opinion. But we've had a really good day. Like I said, the most important was that we hit the, in my opinion, our third sequence, which was Oklahoma, which did hit. We're looking pretty decent here. And outside of the Braves, which is still in play, we haven't missed today. So hopefully they could come through. But if not, I like the Yankees. And I like the Yankees in the game after that. I think it's 1-1. So if they are to lose and go down 2-1. So take care, everybody, and happy earnings.